Welcome to another Lunch&Code. In this live stream, we're going to fine-tune a small language model using something called GRPO, which stands for Group Relative Policy Optimization. If you've heard of reinforcement learning with human feedback, or RLHF, this sort of builds on that idea. So traditionally, people used a method called PPO to train models by sort of rewarding good behavior so that they were pretty close to how they were originally intended. And Group Relative Policy Optimization, or GRPO, does something a little bit different and more efficient. It looks at sort of several possible responses from the model for the same input, scores them, and then updates the model to prefer the better ones, basically. So no extra reference model is needed. Today we're going to use a lightweight model called Small M2 135M. It's super small, so it should run on a Google Colab for us. So hopefully we can experiment with it. And then to make the training more faster and easier, we're going to use LoRA, or low rank adapters, which will update part of the model instead of the whole thing. In some previous videos, we've gone through that process of training, of fine-tuning a model. I think one of the recent models that I went through the process of. This should cut down on sort of memory use and lets us train on using Colab. So by the end of this, hopefully we'll train a model to sort of write responses. We're going to keep the responses basically, and we're going to train the model to reward like smaller context sizes of outputs, so around like 50 words. And hopefully during that process, we'll work through sort of the reward as it trains to get it closer to zero. The loss might go up, but I think that's typically expected. It means the model's sort of learning to change. We'll use weights and biases, a tool that can sort of train. We can see in real time how the model is training, which would be super useful. And hopefully by the end of this, we'll have this fine-tuned model that we can test. All right, with that, let's jump in. On my laptop. One sec, let me move some things around. And I'm just going to install some dependencies to get us started. I guess wait for this stuff, and as this stuff installs, let's import some libraries and start writing. So you need import torch, run datasets, import load dataset, and this is a Hugging Face library, and you've recommended some stuff. In the world. So weird. Why did it choose that model? I don't. Data set. Sorry. LoRA config, get pet model, from transformers, imports auto model for causal LM causal. Just need auto tokenizer. And then from TRL, which is like a training library, import GRPO config and GRPO trainer. I do not know why this is not running. Yes, it is moving quickly. Not quickly, but it's moving. Okay, let's then we need to log into weights and biases. I need to go get a key. Let's get this. Then we're going to run this, and it's logged in, pending to my net. I guess it's working. Don't know what its share does, but I think it's working. We'll see. All right. Okay, now we'll load a data set. So let's load data set. We'll do data set equals load data set. This is a very small data set. I'll just show you what it looks like. Just going to go download this data set, and we can see here from the data set we have features and prompts. Let's just didn't work. Alright, so here we have the like output here, and it's like the first 5 pairs. It has these like very short things. Alright, now, and this is from this list here. So it has like prompt and it has a completion. It's like if this was the prompt, this would be the completion. So it's basically pairs of words. All right. With that, let's go ahead and load the model. So we'll say model ID equals, and we'll use Hugging Face TB small. Need to find the name. Let's see. Small research. Small
the 135 million one. We can try and find a small one just so it can run. Small M2. Let's take this one. Where do I get the model name? Oops. Model ID. Model equals, and then we use auto model with the tokenize. We need to pass in some other parameters here. So we'll say model ID, torch type, torch D type. I'm going to say is auto. And then the attention mechanism, attention implementation. I'll use flash attention 2. Should load the model. And then let's, didn't like that. Do I need this? Let's see if the tokenizer will run okay. Let's see. So we're just going to use a small model and see what happens. See if we get an output. Okay, so we got some output, so it works. All right. Just wanted to check that that did it. Okay, now we need to do the LoRA stuff. Load LoRA. So you can say LoRA config. Change some task type. LoRA alpha is 32. I'm not going to define the dropout. 1632 bias. I don't think we need that. And then we're going to say target modules equal linear. Okay. The model equals get path. Model, load it, run it. Okay. Wonderful. I think I need a GPU, which is very frustrating. Okay, that worked. All right. Okay, now we need to define our reward function here. So we'll say our ideal length will be 50. So we'll define the reward length, completions. Keyword args, return the absolute length, deal length minus the length of the completion for completions in for completion in completions. Okay. Just test this. Oh, so then we get these like reward scores basically. Hires, better completions, and it penalizes based on that. Okay, there's a bunch of different things we could do with this. Let's now start with some training stuff. So training args equals GRPO config output directory GRPO learning rate the per device training batch size we'll set at 8, gradient accumulation steps set at 2, the max prompt length we'll set at 512, the max completion length we'll set at 96, the number of generations we'll set at 8, optim we'll use Atom, 8-bit, and then the number of train epochs we'll set at 1, and then the B5016 we'll set true. We want to report it to weights and biases. Remove unused columns. So it's a false, and we'll do logging steps to 1. It's not like that. Per device training batch size. Train. Okay. Yeah, the trainer. Right. Model tokenizer. Reward function. Args training set. I think that's right. Tokenizer. Reward function. Funks. Okay. Okay. And now let's use start weights and biases. In it, we'll call the project GRPO trainer. Okay. Then let's hope this works. I have to give it this to try and figure it out. expect the pad token to be the, maybe it's like way higher up there, right? I don't know. Before you can treat the trainer object. Oh, it needs to go way up here. The model ID. Right, is this? Oh, wait, like that. Let's run these again. Set. No, still get the same error. I don't understand why they don't have a function in 2025 to copy the code. It seems absolutely crazy to me. So I'm going to go to gist. It blocked a pop-up. Does anyone at Google work on anything useful anymore? It's just not that useful when you close the thing down. Like you just open something random. What? Okay, let's copy this and see if this works. I'm just trying to get it what I did. It makes no sense to me that I can't just like select all. Oh, there you go. Oh no, let's do everything together. Okay. Let's take your recommendation. Okay, I get this error. See if this one works. Oh. Okay, I think I need to go over to a GPU to sort this out. Yeah, it's trying to do a bunch of stuff that I don't need it to do. Okay, let's get a server from somewhere. Let's figure out which one I want to use. One sec. Let's ask which. B200 H200 XXM H100 NVLM H100 PCIe. So H200 SXM is the one. Why is this more expensive? Hopefully this is enough. Alright, so we can get this H100 and then... Oh, do I need to install the CUDA and all this other stuff? Please say no. Oh, it looks like it's doing it. Then I'll connect to it and then just basically try and run this again without alright, let's connect another notebook and let's go. Okay. Let's move this down to another screen so I can see it. Then I'm going to import these. Log into weights and biases. Load the data set again. Load our model, this time with flash attention, load LoRA, set up our reward function, define define some training arguments. Paste the API key. Should get the data set. Okay, well, then run the model, then do LoRA, then train. They have to train. So just doing the training. Okay. How long to train? For to train LoRA on a H100 130 with this model. Oh, I have to install that. To go to the here and install it. Okay. What is it called? Tell but it cannot be used. The following package flash attention does not seem installed. Let's just go here and look for this, and it doesn't have it in here. Okay, let's. Please don't say I got kicked off. How do I? Yeah. Don't even think I installed anything. Let's see, GPU. Okay, well, how do I install requirements? H100 and CUDA 12.3, which I don't have. Okay, so that's wonderful. Shall I just use flash attention? No. Do I need the attention? I think I ran into this issue before. Let's see. No, I got another issue. Reward event is not found. A reward function. Okay, we may actually be training. Let's find out. It says it's running. I don't see anything yet though. Does it need? So here's the steps and the training loss. Let's ask, what does this mean? Okay, so negative loss means that it's guiding. What is the goal for the training loss? Negative losses are good. The absolute value isn't important. The goal is to see the loss consistently decreasing. So we're at okay. All right, I'm gonna leave this run because it's got 125 to go, which is a lot. So we'll take a quick break. All right, as I look at this, it seems like it's trending down towards that 50. So we look at like trained versus completion. Like you can see, it's like training towards that 50 right now for each run, which seems pretty good. We're at like 50, so sorry, we're at almost 100, so only 25 to go. Almost there, just a few more training runs to go. And 22, 23. And then while this goes, let's see. Let's add a new row below and save it as wonderful. Okay, let's see. How do I log into Hugging Face to do this? Okay, well, So let me get a go get a token. And push it. All right, so we now got this model that I uploaded here. That now we can then go use in inference and see how it performs. All right, sound good. Sounds pretty good. All right, let's add this and write some inference on this. Okay. So here's a prompt I prepared earlier. And the output should be hopefully 50 words long. So we're gonna from transformers import pipeline. Then we're gonna use a generator pipeline text generation small GRPO-135M. Didn't like that either. Oh. That's why I spelled generator wrong. Nope. I need to do. It's gonna load it. Then let's give it some arguments. Can I load token? Maybe trying to load it from a model to make sure that your directory is the same name. Can I load the migrated model? Maybe. Let's see if this works. Merged. Doesn't like that. Do I just need to add this to the pipeline? Yeah. Alright, so I just need to give it the pipeline, the tokenizer, I think. Alright, that worked. Okay, now let's generate some text. Generated text equals generator messages. Generate keyword args. Keyword args. Generate equals keyword args. Doesn't like that. What? Oh. I didn't give the model any information. Let's give it some tokens and use that code again. I didn't like that. The following model, keyword ads. Okay. Okay. and we got an output. All right, that's rewarded. All right, let me save some money and turn this off. All right, I think we're turned off. Is my storage? Nope. All right, perfect. All right, let me switch back over to my main camera. This was a fun one. We learned about sort of adding reward functions while we fine-tuned a model to sort of help steer the model in the right direction. There are many different ways you could probably use reward functions, but this was I learned a lot. Like, I think I probably would have started again probably just using a H100 to start with, or a larger model. We sort of ripped through the training, but this would have been shorter, I think, if we spent some time. Instead of going to Colab first, we just went there. I think this would have been a lot shorter, but definitely learned a lot. I think that the work around like these reward functions is changing quite a lot. So definitely think there's a lot more that could probably be applied with these reward functions in terms of different things you could do with those rewards for structured text and some other things of how you sort of want the model to perform once you've trained it. So definitely think this was a fun one to spend some time on. Appreciate it if you watch any of this, and if you have ideas for other stuff that you want me to do, just let me know. I think we're on month 5 of doing this, and yeah, these are fun, so appreciate it, and yeah, have a good one. Bye.